The Nigeria Customs Service seized a significant cache of arms and ammunition at the Port Harcourt Area 2 Command in Onne. The Comptroller General Adewale Adeniyi announced on Monday that, acting on intelligence, customs officers inspected a suspicious 40-foot container from Turkey on June 21, 2024, discovering 844 rifles and 112,500 rounds of live ammunition hidden among doors, furniture, plumbing fittings, and leather bags valued at $4.17 billion. 3 suspects were detained and an investigation is underway. The arms will be handed over to the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons for further investigation. Now, joining us to discuss this is a public affairs analyst, Chris Akwarandu. Hello, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us at this time.
Hey, Darshan. It's a pleasure.
All right. So by now, it's no news, that you've heard of the seizure of by the Nigerian Customs of 844 rifles and over 100,000 rounds of live ammunition, which was intercepted in Port Harcourt, imported from Turkey. Now, can you share with us your thoughts when you first heard about this story?
Now, first, people will always use the law to their advantage, whether economic, cultural, political, or social. People will malign the law. People will disrupt the law. People will abuse the law, fight with the law, and then make others suffer. That's one. 2, people claim that, okay, this is also a source of livelihood, so why are you disturbing me? Then some of the people will say, okay, those who are manufacturing these arms, where are they going to use them? They will have to sell them to people who want to foment trouble in areas where they live as well. So Nigeria is under siege by unscrupulous Nigerians. Now, because you have hyphenated Nigerians and people who don't have any scruples at all in creating trouble in the country, so you have this kind of circumstances. This is not the first time arms are being seized. Quite a lot of times. But we're happy that, these are now being discovered to rid us of small arms. Don't forget that we've been fighting proliferation of small arms in Nigeria since 2015. And then by now, you would have understood that a lot of these arms seep through the law enforcement agencies into areas we call flashpoints, okay? And these people procure these arms to fight their fellow citizens and fight the state. So for me, this is also a wake-up call for all Nigerians to open their eyes. You see, that these things work is because Nigerians also collaborate. And it's a matter of, okay, don't worry, I'll give you that. And law enforcement agencies have been collaborating with importers of arms, especially small arms, for a long time now. But now they've woken up to find out that a lot of law enforcement agents are being killed by these unscrupulous people. So it's a matter of let us expose these people, arrest them, and be alive.
All right, now talking about, Chris, talking about exposing these people and arresting them, earlier we spoke to another analyst who said, once it gets to, some of, because it's definitely a hierarchy, so once it gets to some people who, have high stakes, it might just die down. Now, you did say earlier that, these arms might be sold to other people, unscrupulous people who are fomenting trouble in some areas of the country. So how do we tackle this? How do we tackle this head on?
How we're tackling it is what we're trying to do now. One, the service chiefs are aware that there are some elements within the agencies, security agencies, who are also being used by these unscrupulous elements. So they're trying to fish them out. 2, the security agencies are now aware that if this continues, these insurrections around the country will also affect them themselves. 3, Nigerians are also beginning to understand that you cannot sleep with both eyes closed if small arms are just seen everywhere. Okay? So what is happening now is that the law enforcement agencies are aware that at a certain point, some people might bribe their way through. But then if you heard what happened now, oh, we seize them and we hand them over. So first of all, you've got rid of the weapons. And then the next thing is prosecute the people who have committed these offenses. But of course, in the process, how many of them are convicted? But I tell you, yes, we know that some are convicted. Some may escape the net, but you can be assured that a lot of them are being convicted.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for speaking to us on this.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.